Hello again, this is Jason Veely, the host of the conservative talk show The Junior Factor. Yesterday I posted a video defending Caden Cowger. He has recently come under attack by many on the left wing for a controversial video he posted explaining his stance and position on gay marriage. I can see why it would be a little bit controversial, but needless to say, I do agree with many of the things that Mr. Cowger said in his video. And he's been getting death threats, ladies and gentlemen. Death threats from the left wing. Now, I posted this video defending him, and unfortunately, I'm getting many of the same threats that he was getting as well. But I guess I really shouldn't have expected anything less. Anyway, today, I'm making this video to kind of explain where I stand on the issue of same-sex marriage. Again, I agree with Caden to an extent. I wouldn't have necessarily phrased it in the same way that he did, but again, I do agree with him for the most part on the things that he said. Let me just make it clear that if you want to be gay, and I say want because I believe that it is a choice, if you want to be lesbian, have at it. If you want to love another guy, if you want to love another woman, if you want to live together, if you want to spend the rest of your lives with a member of the same sex, go for it. I'm not saying you can't. Please, by all means. If you love another guy or you love another girl, go for it. But when it comes to the issue, okay, of marriage, I believe that marriage should be reserved for one man and one woman. Period. Again, if you want to be gay, you want to be lesbian, go for it. Marriage, however, needs to be reserved for one man and one woman. This does not make me a homophobic. This does not make me anti-gay. I just believe that marriage needs to be between one man and one woman. And I'll tell you why. What I am mostly concerned about, if we were to legalize gay marriage across the nation, okay, I am the most concerned about the breakdown of society. The line needs to be drawn somewhere. Okay? The line needs to be drawn somewhere. I have heard many arguments coming from the left wing saying that anyone who loves each other should be allowed to get married. Anyone who loves each other should be allowed to get married. Okay, well, why would that have to stop at one man and one man, or one woman and one woman? Why would it have to stop there? It would reach out to endless possibilities. For example, let's say you had a man who, I don't know, was in love with his dog. Would you find that acceptable? I wouldn't. But based on this argument that anyone who is in love deserves to be married, if you had a man who loved his dog, we would have to let him marry his dog. Let's say you had someone who was, I don't know, madly in love with a can of Red Bull or some sunglasses. If we were to argue that anyone who is in love deserves to be married, people would be marrying Red Bull, ladies and gentlemen. People would be marrying sunglasses, inanimate objects. Yes. Yes. Let's say you had a group of people, I don't know, let's say 15 people, who all loved each other romantically. We would have to let them all get married into some one weird group marriage. Because, hey, if they love each other, they have a right to get married, right? You see, what this would cause is a breakdown of society. That's what I am the most concerned about. So I think the solution is to just draw the line at marriage between one man and one woman. That's not to say that if you love another guy or love another girl, you can't live with them or spend the rest of your life with them. You just can't marry them. Because, again, the line needs to be drawn somewhere. Or else, if we start allowing one thing, it'll start escalating and escalating. And eventually, we will have people marrying inanimate objects, we'll have people marrying in groups, and we'll have people marrying their dogs. It will escalate. That is why I am for marriage between one man and one woman, because the line needs to be drawn. This does not make me homophobic. This does not make me anti-gay, and I'm sure people will be saying death threats to me in response to this video, because, well, most of the people that do that are absolutely pathetic anyway. Again, I wouldn't necessarily have gone as far as saying that Obama is making kids gay. I get what Caden was saying here. I think what he was trying to say was that the media and things are influencing people to be gay. Obviously, if you have a large amount of people saying, oh yeah, it's okay to be gay, it's normal, then yeah, kids are going to want to experiment. And that will ultimately make people more gay. That's what Caden was saying. He's not imposing his religion on anybody. He was saying what he believes in, and therefore what he believes in on the stance of gay marriage. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Freedom of speech. Freedom of speech. And unfortunately, he is getting death threats for it. Unbelievable. So that's really all I wanted to say here. You can check out my website, www.thejuniorfactor.com. We are also on Facebook as well. Just type in The Junior Factor. Remember that there is another side, as always. And have a good night. This is Jason Veely from The Junior Factor, signing off.